Hello everybody, I am Nico D. So last month I bought a new guitar, this one, the LTD Viper 200 FM. And last weekend I repaired my Marshall amp, the Valve Estate 80 watts. So now I can use my big amp again. I have got 3 pedals for my guitar, for my electric guitar. The first pedal is a compressor with sustainer, so this is from Digitech. So I haven't used it yet in any of my recordings, so I am not gonna show this pedal today. We are gonna take a look at this pedal another time, but I do like this pedal a lot. It is great to play solos on my Marshall with a good distortion. I really love it. So the second pedal that I've got is this heavy brick, and it is a Crybaby model GCB95. So this is a great wah-wah. I love this thing a lot. I bought it more than 15 years ago and it's been doing a great job. It isn't very easy to move it a little bit, so I could use a little bit of WD-40 in it to make it move a bit smoother. But these are the pedals that I've got. I also have got for my Marshall, of course, the foot switch. So to select distortion and clean. Now, last week I wanted to buy more pedals, so I started to investigate what was the best pedal that I could buy for the best money. So I gave myself €100 this month to buy new pedals, and I actually wanted to buy the Ibanez Tube Screamer, but I bought this instead. So the Ibanez Tube Screamer Mini costs about €80. This costs about €25, so this is a lot cheaper, and the real big Ibanez Tube Screener costs more than €100. So this is very cheap. I did a lot of investigation about this. So this is made by Behringer, and Behringer is quite a special company. So some information about Behringer. So Behringer is founded by Uli Behringer. So Uli Behringer is a Swiss who founded Behringer in Germany, but Behringer moved its production to China, and they have got a huge company in China. It is like a city. It is really crazy, and so they make a lot of very cheap pedals, but they try to make clones of very expensive good pedals. So this is a clone of the Ibanez Tube Screamer. So let me take it out of the box, and here it is. So the circuit is just the same as a normal Ibanez Tube Screamer. I have watched a lot of YouTube videos where they compare this, the Behringer Tube Overdrive, with the real Ibanez Tube Screamer, and I could not hear any difference, and they couldn't hear any difference. So I bought this. I have never used a Tube Screamer. I didn't used to use pedals. I didn't used to use single pedals. I used to have a Zoom multi-effects pedal, and I had all my effects in there. So I didn't need single pedals, but now I am more interested in buying single pedals than in buying a multi-pedal. So why? Because you can learn the sounds of a pedal much more, or the sounds. Yeah, you can learn how to use a sound much better when you have got single pedals. You can also combine pedals much easier when you have got single pedals. So what is the difference between an Ibanez Tube Screamer and a vintage Tube Overdrive? So both have got the same circuits, but this is made of plastic, so it is made a lot cheaper than the original Tube Screamer. So the original Tube Screamer has got a case like this, but it is of course from Ibanez, and this is just plastic. Also the components used, I would guess, are cheaper from this. So that means when it is new, the components will be the same as in the original device, but over time these components may drift. So this could start sounding worse after time. but when it is new it should be equal as a tube screamer. So now let's test this. I have never used a tube screamer, so I am very anxious to see how this works. Yeah, I don't need that, so just this cable and this cable, and I will need press the tube screamer for the first time. It's, yeah, how to say, it's not very strong, so it is a distortion like, but it is not very strong. It is very soft distortion, and it is great for playing blues. So let me show the clean sounds. So this is the clean. And this is with the tubes. Now I've got the level and the drive at the maximum. Let me. Oh, the level must be. And the tone is equalizer. it sounds, yeah, really good. I don't know how to talk about how sound sounds. So now let's go to our second pedal. So we have got a Donner mini pedal. So, oh, it is really mini. And I've got a sticker, yeah, for on my amplifier. And a huge plectrum. It's not a very good plectrum. Oh, you can't play with it. Let me play a song. Well, if they make their pedals such bad quality as their plectrums, then the pedal will be no good. So let's hope the pedal is better quality than their plectrum. So here is the pedal. It is packed well. So let me first tell you what this is. So this is a Donner mini pedal. It is a black mouse, no, a dark mouse pedal. So here it is. And this is also a copy. Wow, wow, it really looks great. It looks expensive. So this is also a clone of another pedal. So the original pedal is a rat, and this is, yeah, a clone of the rat. So I also watched many YouTube videos where they compared this with the rat, and I also could not hear any difference between both. So that is good. Let me try it. I will plug out my tube screamer and plug in this pedal. So this is really a metal pedal. The most famous distortion pedals are those from Boss, so the DS1, DS2. I don't like those. I really don't like those. I've used them in the past and I don't like the sound of that. It feels, yeah, it feels digital. I can't explain it otherwise. It doesn't feel right. It's not good for me. I listen to the Rats a lot. And I like the sound of that a lot more than from the DS1. So let's try it. It's already on. Okay, let's turn it on. Let's turn it open. So this sounds like more like a fuzz than distortion. It doesn't sound that hard. I like the sound so with a very little touch of distortion. This is the lower setting for the least distortion. So this sounds really good. I like it. It is a light distortion on top of the clean sounds. So this is the clean sound. So the second position is hard distortion, but let's open it up and tune my guitar. Okay, sorry, I was playing with detuned strings. So yeah, this is the hardest setting that I can use on it. it is a it is an old sound. Yeah, it's not comparable with the DS1 from Boss. So the DS1 is more, oh, how would you say? This is a fuller sound. This is completer from sounds. But I do like my distortion from my Marshall more than this. So let me show that. So this is clean. This is the distortion. The level is. Okay, so this is the clean sound. This is the distortion, and this is the hardest distortion. For me, there could be added something more, so maybe the Tube Screamer. So it is a very full distortion, so it's full of sounds. It has got, yeah, all the sounds together. I like that a lot, so it is a more bluesy sound than it is metal sound. So now let's compare it with my Marshall. So for this, I like my Marshall most. So when you are damping, you are muting. The distortion of my Marshall comes out better, so let's turn off this distortion and turn on my Marshall distortion. My conclusion about the Dork Mouse is that I like my Marshall distortion more than I like the Dork Mouse, but I like the Dork Mouse also certainly for when you are using less distortion. So when the pedal is just a little bit open. Let me take it. So I don't like it that much when it is fully distorted. I do like it when it is like this and this to the top. That it is great for chords, for a bit filling the sound. I do like the sound a lot, but it isn't a great distortion sound. So it isn't the metal sound that I expected. but I do like it. So now let's take the third pedal, last pedal. So it is a Sonicake. It is not the cheapest that I found, but the cheapest with this design. So it is a volume pedal. And some things to eat. So this is a volume pedal. Ooh. It isn't very smooth. So I will use a little bit of WD-40. That didn't improve it. So what did this cost? Oh. So this costs 40 euros. It is quite expensive for what it is. It is just a volume pedal. And it really makes a lot of noise. And it isn't very smooth. So let's try it. I've never used a volume pedal in my life. Oh, it is hard. Oh. It isn't very easy to do on your feet. You need shoes for better support. Doesn't that sound like a cat? That sounds like a cat! it's cool. It is. Yeah, I like it.